Checkity check. Checkity check, check, check. Let us see how this is going as we set everything up. Alright, so that is going. Customize channel. So I can change the live. There we go. Alright. Edit this bad boy. First things first. Edit this to that. No, it's not for children. No, it's not for children's. There's a watch along. Get rid of these. This. So wait for people to come in. Slash us start. Let's see. Come. Alright, that's good for right now. This episode title called High Anxiety. Alright. Okay. Save that and all right. Let's see if we can get all right. Oh, I need to do that too. I'll be right back. All right. Okay, so let's see here if we can do this. That's the one I need. Okay. All right, so seems like everything is going the way it should. Party people in the place to be. What's going on? It's me. We are doing another watch along, but this time we're not doing a wrestling watch along. I know. The few people that are here are for wrestling. We're doing in a different world watch along. See the hat? A different world. Why? Because it's on Amazon and I love the show. Let's see. I decided to watch WrestleMania. I'm so confused about the Firehouse Funhouse Flick and Fly match. You should be. It was just confusing. Firefly Funhouse started to grow on me a bit, I guess. What happened to the storyline? We're going to break up Lana and Bobby Lashley. I don't know. I don't watch the weekly shows. It's my understanding that they broke them up. I thought they broke them up, from what I heard, or at least they were starting to. That's what it kind of looked like. I don't know. I don't know if is Lashley on Money in the Bank pay-per-view. I don't know if he is. If he's not, if he is, that's probably where we'll get the explanation. If he's not, then maybe they just decided to do what WWE has done many times before and just drop it out of absolutely nowhere. Let's see. Living Single should be next. I like Living Single, but Living Single's on Hulu, and I don't have Hulu. I have everything. I have Netflix. I have Amazon Prime. I don't have Hulu. So I can't, it wouldn't do me any good right now to try Living Single. But also, I was doing a different world before. There are what you call it, episodes of me doing it before, back when Riff.tv was a thing. Because back when A Different World was on Netflix, and I was watching it there, and then Riff.tv disappeared, unfortunately, which was a damn shame. But right now, we're gonna go with A Different World and come back to it since I'm here. For those of you that are watching this after it's live, let's see. If you are in a competitive match with Orange Cassidy or Marco Stunt, Jim Cornette definitely turns against you sometimes. I think he could loosen up a little bit. He will be a lot more happy. No, because people like him and people like me, we like what we like. And one of the things that we may like is we like bitching about shit we don't like sometimes, or bitching about inconsistencies and stuff. So that's part of his charm, I think. But also, standards. We all have standards. So, anyway, as I'm watching this, there's a drinking game. I forgot. Let me bring up the rules of the drinking game. There is a drinking game to all this. I've changed a couple since the last time I did these. Actually, I really only changed one. But there are rules to this. Get your drinks ready. If you don't drink, get your water ready. Get your seltzer ready. Get your soda ready. I don't care what you drink, but you can drink along with it. It doesn't have to be alcohol. It can be. Makes it fun. But you can watch A Different World and be sober, like I did back in the day when it was on and I was underage. Let's see here. So, the rules of the A Different World drinking game are: when Dawn Lewis, the actress Dawn Lewis who plays Jaleesa, breaks up and laughs in real life. There's a difference between her stage laugh and her real laugh. Her real laugh is uncontrollable. When she does that, take a sip. When Ron Johnson gets insulted or shot down for a date, take a sip. When Colonel Taylor is called anything other than Colonel Taylor, whether that's Dr. War, whether that's Brad, whether that's Bradley, whether that's Dad, take a sip. When Mr. Gaines says, take a sip. When Whitley insults somebody, take a sip. When somebody insults Whitley back, take 2 sips. When Kim is called Kimberly Reese, take 2 sips. When somebody says Konishiwa, the company, finish your drink. When Freddie freaks out, finish your drink. And if Dwayne Wayne's glasses flip up or down, if they change direction from what we see them on the show. So if we see one scene and they're flipped up, and then we see another scene and they're flipped down, finish yo drink. All right. A little bit of the bubbly. That's right. I'm 2 seasons behind Growing Up. I need to get back into it. Growing Up or Grown-ish? Because Grown-ish is essentially the new A Different World. And why am I talking about this before we start the show? Everybody get your Amazon Primes ready. If you're on Amazon Prime, if you're watching this post the liveness, that's fine. You can do that too. Everybody get the Primes ready. Just like I'm going to do. We are watching episode 18 of season 2. Season 2, episode 18, High Anxiety is what we're watching. This is the one with Kim having the crazy dreams about her finals. This is another classic from the Debbie Allen era. Classic, I say, from the Debbie Allen era. And it's going to start. Find the 0 marker on your thing, right? I'm pressing play, right? Which episode, though? Season 2, episode 18, High Anxiety. Season 2, episode 18. Season 2, episode 18 starts right. I'm about to press play right now. Bing, 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 bing. I know my parents love me. Stand up. Let me plug it in. There you go. May come what may. I know now that I'm ready for a finally look and say it's a different world than where you come from. Yeah, I'm plugging in my headphones because if this is on Netflix or this is on YouTube and they hear stuff, they get upset. They get really upset. It's a different world. Yeah. It's a different world. And where you come from. Ooh, woo, woo, and where you come from. Sing it. Yes, I know. I think my version could have taken over Miss Aretha's, but I like Aretha's like the only version that's a little bit better than mine. I'll give her that one. It's a little bit better than mine. Just a little bit.
Animal physiology exam.
I know, but do you really think that pictures of cow hearts and goat spleens are appropriate bedtime reading?
I can't study tomorrow. I have swim practice and choir practice, not to mention work. But don't worry, I just have this last chapter on hibernation.
Why don't you do an experiment in hibernation and get some sleep?
For an extra 2 hours, you're gonna keep me from getting bees. It's worth it. The petition?
All right, let's see. Apparently, Vince McMahon is selling the WWE. If it's true, who do you think is going to buy it? Like I said, if it's true, seems like AEW won the war. They didn't.
I don't know what separates the peritoneal cavity from the heart cavity. I'm a dead man.
Instruments.
What's his name?
It's sterile.
Dutch Mantel was just talking out of his ass. He didn't know what he was talking about.
Operating on this man. I'll be right there.
Don't bet on it. She doesn't know what separates the peritoneal cavity from the heart cavity.
I don't want no body parts on my floor. And next time, get a man doctor.
That wasn't Mr. Gaines saying, that was Dwayne. That doesn't count.
She's not going anywhere until she figures out what separates the peritoneal cavity from the heart cavity.
Everybody knows that. It's the transverse septum.
Thank you.
Wait, is that Keanu in the choir? Hold on. Is that Keanu in the choir? I'll go back to the choir. Go back to the choir. Is that Keanu? That's Keanu. That's Keanu back there. Yo! Yo, that's Keanu! Y'all don't know nothing about Kaliki Cuckoo. Keanu was in the choir haunted Kimberly Reese. That's a shame.
What are you doing?
Just spending a little quality time with my roommate.
I'm gonna call that a Whitley insult. You spray water in my face, that's an insult. Take a sip.
I was in the pit, operating on Dwayne, in front of the burger window. Everybody kept singing the answer to that question I missed on my last exam. I felt so stupid. Even you knew what it was.
Right, Cam, you're skating on thin ice.
I don't know.
That's not an insult.
Maybe
That's a
these dreams
warning.
are trying to
That's not
tell
an
me
insult.
I don't have what it takes to become a doctor.
Cam, please. I had a dream once. I was in Frederica's Fashion Fair. They had the shoe sale of the century, and I was the first one there at the door. But I could not find the shoe department. Every escalator went to household appliances. I took the elevator, household appliance. I took the stairs, household appliances, and then an army of toasters and mix matchers came marching after me, and they all had on fashion shoes. But a dream that was even worse than that was I was trapped in the crepe sole shoe department at Zene Zapatoria. I'm not finished. And Jose.
That's so Whitley.
Velma, would you take a breath before your tongue falls out? It's not healthy for a 29-year-old man to be living at home. I know Donnell is our son. That's why I want him to leave. Hello?
Oh no, is this the one?
Come on now, Vern. Now, if I remember correctly, you're the one who said it was okay for Darnell to come back home.
It's amazing what a man will do to get back into his own bed. Velma says the child is just trying to find himself.
We're gonna sip a lot in this one.
In my Baca lounger, in front of my TV, he found himself everywhere but at work.
All kids go through a little period of adjustment.
In 5 years, Donnell has lost 5 jobs. Now, you can't make no money that way unless you manage the New York Yankees.
Come on, man. Let me buy you a cup of coffee.
It just pains me to see all that potential going nowhere fast. And tonight when I get home, I'm telling Velma that her little baby boy has got to pack his 29-year-old down.
This is the one where Mr. Gaines moves in with Colonel Taylor.
Where have you been?
Mr. Gaines, I'm 5 minutes early.
Well, you usually 15 minutes early. This better not start a trend. I can just see it now. The girl will start showing up later and later, flunk out of school, move back home with her father, and take over his Baca lounger.
Baca lounger.
Where were we when we should have been at choir practice rehearsing for our solo? I'm sorry, I was in a bio lab. I forgot.
You don't have to drink
Well, next time you're
actual alcohol. And actually, I need to adjust these rules a little bit more because we actually don't drink a whole lot on the drinking game of A Different World. I need to adjust it a little bit more. But I think this one we might take some more
But
sips.
now I've got my life in the palm of my hands. Check this out.
There are a lot of rules, but they don't. I think they'll hit more in the later seasons, which I need to figure out now.
Swim practice, 7 a.m. shower, 7:10 breakfast. Kim, you might want to write in 7:05.
Too late.
If you go to breakfast naked, the crowd could slow you down. You're taking 6 classes, plus the swim team, the choir, freshman council, working all day long at the pit, and tutoring in anatomy? Girl, is your life come with 10 extra hours that I don't know about?
I know it sounds like a lot, but it won't be if each minute has a purpose.
Yeah, but in not one of these minutes have you scheduled any of the important things in life, like paint your toenails, sit up all night and dish dirt with the girls?
Jaleesa, I have to get more than B's if I want to be the first doctor in my family. I mean, would you go to a doctor who made B's?
Actually, I'd rather go to a doctor that made C's. They charge less.
Fluffy, what's a 3-letter word for...
Here comes Mr.
Don't
Gaines.
say dog, either.
Mr. Gaines is about to move in.
I'll get it. I'll get it. Stay right there. Hey, Vernon?
Oh, I'm not staying.
Well, come on in.
Well, I told Darnell his mooching days was over, and he had 1 week to find his own place.
Oh, boy. So how'd he take it?
A lot better than Velma.
Uh-oh, so you're back on the couch then.
Heck no, she kicked me out. Out of my own house that I just paid $375 to have the porch screened in because Velma is convinced that them fireflies carry diphtheria. Oh, nice cat.
Well, do you have a place to stay?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'll just get me a room in a hotel. It won't be a good one, though, because I just paid $375 for porch screen.
Well, Vernon, you know, you're welcome to stay here.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Oh, Lord. Here it comes.
She's at her friends, and there's no one here but me and Fluffy and John Coltrane.
Yeah, well, that's very nice of you. That's very nice. Well, you just tell us where we bunking, and you won't hear another word out of us.
Well, I don't have a guest room. You'd have to, you know.
Oh, I slept on so many couches, I wouldn't know what to do in the bed. Yes, sir. Now, this is going to be real nice. Real nice. Uh-huh. Oh. Now, you two are going to have to get along now. Yeah, we might be here for quite a while.
Hello.
Well, if Smiles could talk.
We had a pop quiz in organic chemistry, and guess who got an A? A big fat A.
I give up. Who?
You are looking at the crown princess, the queen, the reigning goddess of organic chem. I knew so much, I could have answered 5 more questions. And why, you may ask?
Because you cheated?
I think it's crazy you fire Rusev to keep Lana.
Organization.
If it wasn't for Rusev, Lana wouldn't have a job. I find her boring. I've always had. Well, yeah, but she's hot.
Why on earth would I want to talk to my mother
Vince
for
loves hot
10
blondes.
minutes? Kim, it's almost
Well,
every
he loves
midnight
blondes.
chiller
They don't always
theater.
have to be
Guess what
hot.
is on? The Man with 2 Heads. Freddie, how many times have I asked you to knock before entering the room? Many times. Just checking. Come on.
That's an insult. That's a Whitley insult right there. Take a sip.
Review my choir music, lay out my clothes, start my lit paper. No, I
Poor
already
Freddie.
started already.
This second season, Freddie took a whole lot of shit from Whitley.
Day planner.
And Wayne.
I can't watch The Man with 2 Heads by myself.
My motto this semester is no more bees.
When I was pulling my hair out over a paper, you were the one that told me to relax.
Well, you're not going to be a doctor. You're going to be a writer. No one does.
Over her sitting on the bed, I'll drink to that.
Whitley, what do you say? You, me, the man with 2 heads? I'd love to, but I don't double date.
I'm gonna count that as a Whitley insult.
Mom, my life is under control now. This organizer.
By the way, that last scene was Cree Summer in basically
Mom, I'm getting A's
Penny
all
Gadget
over
mode.
my class.
That sounded just like Penny Gadget.
15 classes, 15 A's. No B's. A. Ah! Who are you? What are you?
Don't you recognize?
Where's the leaves that are gonna keep you out of med school, baby?
I like these experimental episodes of A Different World. You can see that the cast is having fun. Ooh, that is some hair. That is some hair.
There's a fly swatter in the top drawer.
Oh.
You know, there's no need in you sitting here in all this quiet when you're surrounded by the best jazz collection on the Eastern Seaboard.
Well, I'm a guest here, and I ain't want to mess with your valuable record collection.
What's the matter? You couldn't figure out how to turn on the stereo?
Well, you need a degree from MIT. Oh, you might want to check your speakers, because something's wrong with them.
Yeah, I'll do that.
He hasn't called him Brad yet.
Chicken,
Oh, God's gift to the taste buds.
Because I got us a little taste of heaven in a bucket.
Yeah?
Hell yeah. 15 pieces of chicken, cornies, Cajun cluckers.
Well, I hope you got a bucket of bicarbonate to go with them.
Come on now, Vernon. Cajun cluckers are delicious.
You wouldn't think so if you know where those chickens come from. The tender, plump, juicy ones get snagged by the good restaurant. Corny's chicken gets
Of course,
the fell off.
restaurants.
Well, let's eat.
Vernon, have you talked with your wife today?
Now, how am I going to talk to somebody I'm not speaking to?
Well, listen, don't you think you ought to at least let Velma know where you are in case she's trying to find you to ask you to come back home?
If she wants to beg, she knows how to find me.
Yeah, well, I sure hope so.
This is the first time Velma and I have been apart since I come back from the war. And she still wears those silk
I
slippers
thought Mr. Gaines would be calling
Korea. She looks like a princess in them, too.
Would be calling
You know what?
Colonel Taylor Brad a lot
If you
more.
go home, your princess will put them on for you.
Oh, no, I'm not going home until that boy is gone. Now, how would you feel if somebody showed up at your doorstep, moved in, and started acting like they owned the place? Wow.
Why not?
Well, your Fluffy wouldn't let my Chelsea Boots use his litter box. It'll be dry by tomorrow. I told you those speakers wasn't right.
I have so many relatives that are like Mr. Gaines. It's not even funny.
I'm moving out of the dorm.
I'll forward your mail.
Don't you want to know why?
That was an insult back to Whitley. That was another one. That's 2 drinks.
Pre-med student in the class of 92.
Is Kim having a problem?
Kim is the problem. Look at me. I haven't had one decent night's sleep in 2 weeks. These aren't bags under my eyes. They're steamer trunks.
Then you'll have all the luggage you need in order to move out.
That's another Whitley insult.
Tonight, Kim is tossing and turning, screaming in the middle of her sleep. She wakes up in a cold sweat.
Actually, what did I say? I said two sips bad to Whitley. So
Nonsense about not getting into medical school. I should have asked to room with a phys ed major. They sleep like logs.
Woo, yeah.
The girl has put herself under a lot.
That's where we catch up.
I went through the same thing when I was a freshman. Don't worry, she'll get through it.
At what cost to me? Kim, we were just talking about you. Don't you look rested?
4 hours is just too much sleep.
See what I mean? Would you rent me a U-Haul, please?
I went to bed at 2 a.m. and slept all the way to 6. If I had read that chapter one more time, I would have screwed up on my quiz.
Kim, come on now, ease up on yourself. There comes a time when everybody gets a C or a D.
D? Got a B.
Ooh, wouldn't let that news get around.
That's it. I'm going to have to learn to make it on 3 hours sleep.
Kim, instead of less,
You can only do that for so long.
drop 1 or 2 of your activities.
I've done that. I've done the 3-hour sleep thing. You can only do that
Are you
for so
saying that I
long.
can't cut it here?
No, Kim. All I'm saying is that maybe you shouldn't be taking on so much.
Lisa, why don't you spend more of your time worrying about yourself? Today in choir, you were flat.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Excuse me. I have to go rent a U-Haul.
That was one of her best topics ever. Don't you think so, Letty? Yes, Velma. And as usual, she's right. Men don't know the first thing about love. I hope Vernon was watching, although it probably would have gone right over his puny little head.
Velma, I really think it's time you talk to Vernon.
I said everything I needed to say when
This is a shame. We are near the end of this season,
That in the last few days he has
and they've
softened
already
his
started to kind
position
of
about Darnell.
write out
You
Letty.
haven't been married for a long time, have you?
I don't like Letty, too.
Even wolves don't abandon their own flesh and blood. They'll chew off a foot before they'll throw their babies out of the house.
I still say call him.
There was a time I would have called Vernon. See, I used to be one of those dependent women who lived to please her man. In fact, do you read Mature Woman magazine?
No.
You should. They just had a fantastic article on this very subject. What was it called?
Velma.
Getting out from under his shadow. It said we women have to stop putting our men's needs ahead of our own. I should get Vernon a copy, although he'd probably just use it to beat the cat.
Velma, stop! You've prune that azalea enough.
Oh, no. You got to prune an azalea if you want the blooms to be full. Do you read Modern Gardening magazine?
No.
You should. They have the most helpful articles on plant life. You should see my back porch.
Yes, it must be paradise.
It is. Now that I have it all screened in.
By the way, that's a character actress. She is in a. Oh no.
Turn that little key just a half, all of a sudden I'm on Mount Vesuvius.
And you set the gas up too high.
Well, this never would happen if you get rid of that little for nothing screen and put in some glass doors. They keep the heat in and the fire out.
Vernon,
Yes.
why don't you go and set the table for dinner?
Well, I'm here to help.
Who do you think is hotter, Hillary? What do you mean?
Velma.
Hillary or
Come
who?
on in.
Hillary Banks? Message retracted. Oh
That's
no!
right, Colonel.
Oh no! Jason, it disappeared.
Lovely place. Smoky, but lovely.
It disappeared. It's not there anymore.
By decorating, and I mentioned how charming your home was, that you had some very interesting pieces.
What was that?
Sounds like my grandmother's china.
You wouldn't think that a man lived here. Do you read House and Garden magazine?
No.
You
You should.
I assume these are all antiques.
Oh, I owe you a plate. Oh, my goodness.
I know that's an antique.
I didn't break the plate. It shattered when it heard her voice.
You knew he was here, didn't you?
Yes, I did. And as someone who cares very much about you both, I think it's time you stopped acting like children and work this out.
Letty, do they have to do it here?
Bradford,
There it
you have
is.
a bond, a common ground, a history, and more than anything, you have love. Are you really willing to destroy all that because of what boils down to a simple disagreement?
You go ahead on, take her side. See, they always do.
Vernon, she's not taking her side.
Vernon, she's right.
Who do you think is hotter, Hillary Banks or Whitley
I know
Wayne?
we do.
Ha! That's good. You didn't say Whitley Gilbert. You said Whitley Wayne.
I know that.
I see what you did there.
Miss you.
Although officially she's Miss Gilbert
Let's
Wayne,
Stop being stubborn.
but
Well, am I coming home
oh,
to you or
man.
Moocher?
they both.
Can we give Darnell just a
that's
little
tough
more
to
time
say.
to get himself settled?
Well, he's been
That's
settling
tough to
my
say.
bar car lounge for the last
Physically,
6 months.
that's
No,
tough
I'm
to
staying
say.
right here today.
Mentally, Whitley grew more.
Excuse me?
Whitley grew more
I'm
as
sorry, I
a
just
character
don't
than
have
Hillary
enough
did.
Insurance for you to stay here.
But
I just get my facts.
physique wise,
Practically begs me to stay in his house and then
Ooh.
puts me out like a 2-day-old newspaper. Get
Ooh.
down from that Chelsea boots. We've been evicted.
Okay, everybody, come on now. Stay
there was
back.
something.
Girls some room to
There
breathe.
was something about Whitley when she like raised an eyebrow or something at somebody. Like she had
I never miss Nightingale.
her eyes. There was something in her eyes that
It's the feet.
screamed sexy a little bit more than Hillary's. Like if you ever saw Harlem
What are you
Nights
doing down there?
She fainted.
when she seduces Eddie Murphy.
Floor is filthy.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
People,
about.
please stop
That's
it.
what I'm
She
talking
is not
about.
a possum on the highway.
By a nose,
This was
I'll
meant
give it to Whitley.
happen. I
By a
kept trying to
nose.
tell her to slow down.
by a nose, I get. Yeah, I know. I'm hard. I'll take them both. I'm hardcore. But by a nose, I'll give it to Whitley.
Shut up. Girl's delirious. When you were making your medical bond loads, did it occur to you to call
That was a knock on Whitley.
I called the Red Cross, and they're sending an emergency chopper with supplies. Why don't you go up on the roof and see if it's here?
That was another one.
I'm not leaving her side.
Willie got hers in?
Need. But somebody please.
And she got another in. That was like 6 drinks. That was like 6 sips.
Does this tell you anything at all? Maybe I need a longer.
That was like 6 sips y'all had to say.
Passing out is your body's way of saying chill.
I hear it. And it's telling me to drop a few of my activities. If I don't, the only way I'll make it into med school is on a stretcher.
Now, these chairs are supposed to be on top of the table, not under your behind.
Mr. Gaines, Kim is not feeling very well.
The poor child passed out. Fortunately, I have been here with the medical expertise.
Oh, my goodness. And Velma home waiting, wearing her caisson slippers. I've been here all night spraying for germs.
Mr. Gaines, it's not that bad. I'll be in tomorrow.
Oh, no, you don't. Get her to student health and get her a doctor.
A man doctor. Another classic from the Debbie Allen era. Another classic from the Debbie Allen era. You can't tell me nothing different. You can't tell me nothing different. Now, this one had a lot more of Mr. Gaines' B storyline. Nice picture of Diane Carroll you see over there. But, ironically, B storyline. But this was a good episode. This is another classic episode. Taught you a lot. Not taught you, but like it was a good episode about overexerting yourself in more ways than one. Overexerting yourself in the classroom when you're trying to work and all the other stuff, and also overexerting yourself as a guest for people in your house. Colonel Taylor having to put up with Mr. Gaines, who's him and Velma. They both had this kind of charm to him, this southern black charm to him that you couldn't help but from a distance. You know what I'm saying? Like in small doses. Maybe you go over to their house once or twice, or invite them over for like a dinner or something like that. And they bring something. They bring the mac and cheese, the greens, or whatever. But not necessarily in your home the entire time. And then Kimberly Reese just exerting herself over and over again. We did get a few good drinks in there. That was good. Man. I forgot why I missed it so much. This show was amazing. And we are right in the swing of things with the Debbie Allen era. I love this show. This episode was this showed the pattern that we were starting to get where they didn't know what to do with Letty. So they kind of had her deviate slightly from dealing with the kids, and she's dealing with the adults more in terms of storyline, if she's in the episode at all. The further we get to the end of the season, the less, unfortunately, we're going to see of Letty, and they don't really know what to do with her character. She starts as such a strong character and a character with a strong core value system to help guide the kids along. But then they realize that they have Dawn Lewis, whose character is older than everybody else on the show. They have Sinbad, whose character is older than everybody else on the show. They're both technically staff members. They're RAs, right? Sinbad's a coach. They kind of lean more towards them because they're a little bit younger. They lean a little bit less towards Letty, which is a shame because I liked her, but it seems like they kind of overbooked their cast when Miss Debbie Allen came on board, and in trying to expand and find the characters that we would eventually fall in love with in a different world, they brought in more people as regular cast members than really, I guess, were necessary. Or I think, wasn't Letty may have been like a holdover from the first season. I think she came in late first season, and she was a holdover from the first season, but they didn't really know what to do with her in that second season. So unfortunately, she's gonna leave near the end of the second season. Let's see. I remember Lisa Bonet being in the show earlier in the show. She's a hot piece of ass. Lisa Bonet. That first season was not. I think we all agree. Every A Different World fan agrees, or most of them do. That first season of A Different World was not the strongest season. Say what you want to about why it wasn't. Maybe Bill Cosby's influence was too much. They didn't focus enough on expanding the characters, and I don't think they did for the most part. There's some things that you see that help expand and explore the characters a little bit more, but they kept it super, super shallow in that first season, not really exploring the college experience or where these characters would grow. And Lisa Bonet in that first season kind of suffered from that because Lisa Bonet and the Denise Huxtable character, we didn't get to know her at all, really, either. Like, she was just kind of this aloof, irresponsible chick, and even then, if you go back and you watch some of the other real-time review / drinking games with the first season of A Different World, you'll see that there are a couple episodes, couple shots where I'm like, oh yeah, I can see what my older cousins were talking about with Denise. But for the most part, she doesn't steal, like, she doesn't come into her own in terms of, in my opinion, in terms of beauty until after the Cosby Show is over. After she grows up and out, not even when she comes back with the dreads and Raven Simone. I mean, when that's all over and she really kind of discovers who her own person is. Think Enemy of the State more, Lisa Bonet, right? Like, that's when she really kind of comes into her own beauty-wise for me. Like, everybody was all on her jock during A Different World. I don't see it as much, especially when she's got to share a screen with a young 19-year-old Marissa Tomei and a young 19-year-old Jasmine Guy. Like, that's hard. That's hard, man. Like, that's some hard competition. Like, for me, Lisa Bonet is not the most, like, for me, Lisa Bonet is not the hottest chick on the first season of A Different World, despite what every young black male in America thought at that time. I wasn't one of them. Like looking back on it and watching these episodes again, I would still like to spend more time with Jasmine Guy or Marissa Tomei or Don Lewis than Lisa Bonet at that point. Fast forward 5-10 years, now we have a different discussion. But that's just me. Party people, I want to know about you. I think we might do these again every week. I don't know. If we can get a couple more people in here, that'd be great. I don't necessarily want to do these, just record them and then post them up. I would like to do them live if we can. So we're going to try to do them live if we can every week. At least until next week. At least until the next couple weeks. We'll see how that goes. Every Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, when A Different World came on the air originally. Let me know what you think down there in the comments section. How did you like this episode? I'll ask you this: which plot connected with you more? And it's probably that's not even a good one, because everybody's gone through the whole grade thing on one level or another. Not everybody's had overbearing house guests. So I'll ask you this: how do you like these more fantastical, fun episodes where like they go into like dream spaces and stuff, versus just a straight linear plot line with none of the fantastical stuff? What do you think about that down there in the comment section? Like, share, subscribe. We got Patreon, patreon.com/surreal469. I got a podcast. Matter of fact, today of all days, the latest episode popped. It's called How Do We Even Get Here? Is the podcast name with Brent and Trey. This next one is I think the title of the episode is For the Record, I'm 6'14". Me and my homeboy Trey just go at each other's throats. I'm right, he's wrong, as per usual. Anyway, tell me what you think about all that down. And we have a podcast or a Patreon there too. Patreon.com/GetHerePod. You can go and support over there. Party people, I am working on another video that should be up this week before Money in the Bank. It's about the top 5 best and worst Money in the Bank cash-ins. I'm going to finish the editing on the best one. I'm going to work on the editing for the best one tonight. I don't know if I'm going to finish, but I'm going to work on it tonight. And hopefully I'll have it out. I will definitely have it out before Sunday. Hopefully I'll have it out in the next couple of days. Either way, look forward to that, and I look forward to seeing you again. And as always, cheers.